We're back on. Yo, what's cracking? What's cracking? I am finally back on. You know what I mean? I guess YouTube put me on timeout. But anyway, yo, we're back at it. Yo, I wanted to talk about college football and Shador Sanders' big win. Uh, that was awesome. You know, he won his game against the Steelers today. I think the score was 13-6 or something like that. Let's check the score out. Yeah, 13-6. There we go. Excuse me. Hold on just 1 second. I'm watching the game as I'm on live watching the 49ers and the Bears. A lot of these games have been very defensive. I'm very proud of Shador, man. What he accomplished today. He outthrown, as you can see, he outthrown Aaron Rodgers by what, 15 yards or so, 20 yards. Um, so hey man, he did a good thing. Um, he threw Shador threw for 186 yards, and Aaron Rodgers threw for 168 yards. Shador Sanders threw for 186 yards, and Aaron Rodgers threw in reverse 168 yards. Ain't that something? I thought I was reading it, you know, crazy. But yeah, so he outthrew Aaron Rodgers. What a big thing, man. I mean, what a big thing. Hey, I got my prime glasses over there. Hey, I don't know who is going to be Cleveland's uh, 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 new uh, head coach, but man, they need to get somebody who's going to relate to Shador. Uh, and that Leviston guy, oh my God, if they don't get that guy off the field, like it's, I'm not saying that he's a bad person or anything like that. He's probably a great person, uh, great family man, whatever. You know what I mean? The case may be. But his blocking is horrible on the backside. Man, I hope that Cleveland, I'm just saying, drafts Jordan Seaton. I'm hoping Cleveland drafts Jordan Seaton, man. Like, he will have Shador's back. You know what I mean? And because Jordan Seaton is getting ready to come out. Uh, is it this year or next year? Next year. Okay, so next year, Jordan Seaton will be coming out. And he will be a good addition for Cleveland to have his back. That's one thing I could say. Hey, on the backside of Shador, Jordan Seaton protected Shador. That's for sure. Um, uh, man, it was when you watch the game, it was a sloppy game, you know, kind of sloppy, going back and forth. Some exciting moments in the game. Some good throws by Shador. That one where Oh man, that was crazy. I thought he was going. I thought was going to get hit. I think it was Fannin. Fannin, he catches it, boom, and falls in the end zone. Nobody touches him, and I'm like, oh snap, yo, that was just a ridiculous catch, man. Pass from Shador and um, Aaron Rodgers, man. He Aaron Rodgers. I know it's an older and ready to retire Aaron Rodgers, but he beat a great and uh, to start his career and before our great leaves out of football, man. So what I mean, it's all good, and I know there were no hard feelings. It's a game. That's it, man. Really, he's preparing for next season, man. And I think Stefanski is going to be out. I think he's going to be out of there, out of there, out of there. And it's going to be great to see, man. But so the score, like once again, was 13-6, and the Browns won. I hope they keep Njoku though, but man, that Floria kid, if they can go, man, they need to go get the Floria kid. The Floria kid. That kid that played in the preseason with Shador. Oh my God. They need to get that kid. I don't know what they're doing. They need to get that kid. And also, they need headache game. They need headache game on defense. They need Shiloh on defense. I'm telling you, Shiloh can play on that defense. Shiloh will be able to play on that Cleveland Browns defense. I'm telling you. If you put Shiloh out there, I'm telling you, he's going to make some stops and he's going to make some hits. He's going to make some hits. I've seen Shiloh do it, yes. Shiloh sometimes have some bad techniques, but I'm telling you, he don't get beat deep all the time. So I'm telling you, he can play in the league, but they need to get Shiloh out on that defense. And I think in 2 years, Coach Prime will be the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. Within 2 years, he's probably going to be the head coach of the Cleveland Browns if things don't get right. Especially if things don't go right with Colorado, you know what I mean? If that's a whole nother issue there. But yeah, anyway, I can see Cleveland looking better next season if they get a couple of key pieces on defense in the secondary, maybe another linebacker. But the defense really is pretty solid. I don't really see too much to add to the defense. It's really focused on the offensive line. Get your hogs up there, an offensive line. Get a backup quarterback or keep Dylan Gabriel for the low as a backup. Dylan Gabriel is not a bad quarterback. He's not. I just think that because Dylan Gabriel has had his moments in college and all the teams that he's played on. That kid has been great at everywhere he's played at. He wasn't bad. He wasn't horrible. He didn't stink up the joint. I think he got his leg hurt. So Chicago Bears, 35-35. San Francisco's tied game, 14:09 on the clock. Yeah. Raiders and 49ers is my team. All the Cali teams are my team except for the Chargers. Uh, all the Cali teams, and that includes the Raiders. Raiders is really Cali, so uh, we include that. Um, those are my teams. College wise, I'm USC, Oklahoma. Uh, who else? Colorado. Sorry, yeah, Colorado. Can't forget them. Had a brain freeze for a second because Coach Prime, but I lived up there in Colorado, so it's all good. Um, I lived up there for about almost a year in Colorado, Denver. It was beautiful to live up there. That's why when Coach Prime and them talk about Colorado, I understand perfectly what he's talking about, how beautiful it is there. Let's go into the rest of the NFL scores. Let's see the full scoreboard. All right. Oh man, where we going? There we go. All right. Bears tied with the 49ers 35-35. It's some offensive game, not very defensive. Even there's some defensive moments in this game. I'm going to say this though. Going back to Livingston, the offensive lineman, man, come on, dog. Come on, man. Are you tired? Because I seen you get put on your backside a few times, and that's how Shedeur got sacked. I seen you running, and I don't know what you was doing. Shedeur was in the back of the end zone. I think y'all was in your own end zone, right? And something like that. And you get blocked to where you were actually like you was running, getting ready to tackle Shedeur out of to get a safety. I've seen this play. That was just last week in the game last week against Buffalo. Then those weird tackles that I mean they just jump out. That's crazy. They're not really making a block. But Levingston, I don't know. I don't know if he understands leverage or what, but he gets knocked on his backside a lot. And that's what also causes Shedeur to get sacks and have to run in the pocket like that. But credit to the defensive guys they have to go against because the guy, I mean, Levingston is a huge motherfucker, bro. Huge dude, man. So I don't know. We'll see, who they replace him with because I was listening to that show with G. Bush because I like his show, G. Bush, and I was trying to ask him, but through the chat, but he wasn't able to respond. But he was talking about other things. But he was talking about the offensive line. It needs an overhaul. Yes, it needs an overhaul. Those guys. I don't know who they're going to replace them with, but I know they're not going to be able to replace everybody probably. But because some of them dudes is probably on contract, but some of them dudes is going to get replaced. And that's starting with that left side. That left side. And that's the back side of Shedeur. That's the worst side. The other thing, Jared Jeudy, I don't know, does he want to play football or does he just want to be an athlete? I don't know. I don't know the young man or anything like that, but when you watch him play, it's like I don't know if he's into it or not. But because of the things and some of this things that we've seen on video or whatever. But it is what it is, man. I hope him much success with Cleveland. If he's there, if they trade him, then man, is that kid from Ohio State uh, coming out this year? I forgot his name, but that wide receiver, if Cleveland can go get him, they look like they've been good in the draft, getting some kids from Ohio. So they got Junkins, right? So maybe they can get that wide receiver. He's big too. I mean, big dude. DJ Metcalf type dude. Um, um, just like Njoku, Njoku is a huge dude, man. That's a huge dude. And they need to keep him. Don't give him up. Do not give him up. Please don't give him up. That dude can play. Don't give him up. Keep him. Even if you got to put him as a wide receiver instead of a tight end. Man, keep him. I don't know who's hot in the draft right now, but as far as wide receivers is concerned, coming out of college, or to trade for wide receiver wise, but man, I'm telling you, they need to get and man, dude, if they can get Jimmy Horn, if they can get Jimmy Horn from out of free agency over to Cleveland next season, because Jimmy Horn is getting the league minimum. He's not on a big contract. They can get Jimmy Horn from the Panthers and get Jimmy Horn over there, or LeJohntay. LeJohntay from the Ravens. I'm telling you, these two wide receivers are not being utilized right. And these two wide receivers can play. LeJohntay, I'm telling you, if Shedeur can get LeJohntay over to Cleveland, I'm telling you, that offense is going to be even more dangerous. These two wide receivers are three wide, because only one is on contract. Well, who else? You got Shepard. You got Shepard for getting the league minimum in Green Bay. Cleveland can get his whole wide receiving core from Colorado. They're all in the league. Sitting the bench. They are good wide receivers, though. That's just something to think about. All right, so let's go back to the scores. All right. Saints, Titans, 34-26. Man, New York Giants, Raiders, 34-10. Giants. Darkness's third win. Jackson Dart is going to be good, especially if they get Scatterbo back. But man, Scatterbo, I'm telling you, he didn't even last a full season playing the way he played. He won't last 3 seasons if they play him like that. NFL is rough, bro. These dudes is raw. They hit, and I'm not saying, he's already got a leg broken. That's like the initiation when you come into the league. Look at Junkins. Well, Junkins just broke his foot. He just broke his foot. A young man who I know uh, he's going to college. And we were talking, and he said, you know, he didn't want to play running back in college, you know. And it's like, for that same reason, he doesn't want to play running back because the life expectancy, when you get to the either college level and even the NFL level, it's definitely on the NFL level. When you get to the NFL level, these are some of the toughest of the toughest. Not always the case. Some dudes might, those not all the toughest of the toughest. Some of the toughest of the toughest is left out of the league too. Left out of the league for different reasons. But and you see that the talent of the toughest, other toughest of the toughest when they go to the USFL and other leagues. But man, but anyway, you know, the Raiders need to grow up, man. The Raiders need to grow up. Raiders is my team. Raiders is my team. But the Raiders need to grow up. Man, we got to get rid of Geno Smith, man. This is, I mean, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Who we just lose to today? That was preseason. Who was the last game? Was that today? Uh, let's go back. So we lost to the Giants. I'm sorry. I didn't kind of zoned out there. But I was trying to look at the stats. Let's see the box scores. All right. This is crazy. If you look at Geno Smith's stats, it's like he throws for 176 yards, a pick, a touchdown, and 2 picks. Jackson Dart, 22 for 30, 207 yards, just a little bit over 200 yards, 0 touchdown passes. So they ran the ball. That's crazy. He had 0 touchdown passes. 0. He had 0. And still threw for 207 yards, and they won 34-10. This is crazy, Geno. And this it went. He's been sacked 3 times. 24, 3. I don't know what that number is. He's been sacked 24 times this season. What was the total yards of the team? Brian Burns. Who is that? One sack, 1.5 sacks. Brian Burns. Alexander, 1 sack. They had 4 total sacks in New York. What the Raiders get? There's a separate. We had a total of two. We had a total of 2 sacks. Yeah. Forgive me with Geno Smith. Sorry. He can't throw, man. He can't. He can't throw. And they did these highlights like they were trying to be like Shador Sanders videos early in the off season, and those highlight videos how Coach Prime and them be doing the videos. Well, the Raiders were doing the videos similar to that, and trying to hype up Geno Smith like he's the first thing coming. And everybody knows how Geno Smith plays. It's the same old thing, just like Jameis Winston, right? And I wonder, is he being paid to throw balls like that to the other team? Is like, or just throw it in the end zone. I mean, why does he play like that? That's embarrassing. I couldn't I couldn't go out put myself out there like that. I couldn't. If I'm playing like that, I dude, you retired. Give it up. This ain't for you anymore. Raiders, do not bring this guy back. I bet he's a great family man, all of that. But when they come to this play, he's got to go. He's got to go. All right. Other scores. Bengals win 37-14. The Browns once again 13-6. Jags 23-17 over the Colts. Bucks lose again to the Dolphins 20-17. Patriots blew out the Jets 42-10. Seattle's win and beat down the Panthers. Eagles win a close one at the Bills 13-12. And the Broncos beat Kansas. Dallas beat the Commanders, and the Vikings got their ass whooped by Lions got their ass whooped by the Vikings. Excuse me. Excuse my French for not saying it correctly. Anyway, that's it on NFL. Yeah, man. Anyway, I just think it's the time is up. The time is up to to keep the training wheels on Shador Sanders, man. Go ahead and get a guy who can coach him to help him get to the next level. And coach that's going to be there in his corner and protect him. And, if they're not good coaches, don't hire them. Just don't. What happens with the NFL is they hire these same lame coaches, man, who just they rotate and rotate until they win, or have they luck up and get the draw and get a good team. So it's just time, to see them put somebody, that's going to help coach Shador Sanders. And as the Raiders go, I think the Raiders, I don't understand why they don't go with the North Dakota State kid. Uh, Cam Miller. That kid is a winner. They could have played him, man. They let that kid just sit there and rot on the sideline uh, and be a practice squad kid. And I'm telling you, he can play. And that's a waste of talent sitting on the sideline, man. Waste of talent. Anyway, let's go to the next team. Let's go to let's see what we got here. All right, so let's go to the bracket. You know what I mean? All right. So we're in the college football bracket. We got Oregon and Texas Tech. That's going to be a hard one for Oregon to beat. And I think they're playing in California, though. That's the only kicker to this because Oregon fans are all in California, right? So you got that. But then you might have some Texas Tech people coming out there. So Texas Tech is a loaded team, man. And the only thing that's not high caliber is the quarterback, but he's a well-oiled machine on what needs to be done on that offense. And he's dangerous, man. Dude, Colorado played them last year, and there were some moments where it looked like Colorado was going to get blown away by Texas Tech. 2 seasons ago, a couple of seasons back, Texas Tech should have beat Oregon. And I think Oregon won at the last second to beat them on their home field. 2 seasons later, these are some of the same players, right? The only thing at Oregon, they don't have Bo Nix. That season was Bo Nix. This year, I think it's more a Longstreet or something like that. It's a quarterback. So we'll see. But Texas Tech got some hogs over there, bro. The Rodriguez kid. They got a tight end over there that's pretty good. They got 2 running backs. I know for sure that are good because they came from USC. Their offensive line is in shape, man. They go. So they're gonna run the ball on you. They're gonna run it down your throat, but they can also pass it. So, and their defense is pretty stout. They've been blowing everybody out pretty much. I don't know what Texas Tech record is. Who did they lose to? Who did they lose to? They lost one game? Who did they lose to? They lost to Arizona State. Uh-oh. My screen is all messed up. Give me a second here. Just pulling up the bracket again. All right. So anyway, in this game here, Oregon and Texas Tech, I got Texas Tech beating Oregon, man. I think Texas Tech moves on and beats Oregon. The only thing about Oregon, because Oregon, I keep telling people these schools like James Madison, they know punks, man. And James Madison is only going to get better, or what they're going to do. This coach, that coach there, is probably going to get hired by another school to make sure that those schools don't have good coaches coming through. But James Madison always have good talent coming to that college. They do. And in FCS, they were one of the big dogs at FCS at one time. So and as you see, the same schools that were in FCS 5, 6 years ago, they're starting to play on FBS level. They're starting to play at FBS level and give these bigger schools some problems, especially with schools that do have money. All the schools, that you see in college football, not every school is broke, and some are. Some of them don't have enough money, but some of them do, like them SMUs and stuff like that. Those schools like that, they got oil money. They got plenty of money. That's why Texas Tech was able to get the roster that they got because they was able to pay their players bags. Same thing like Utah. Utah. I remember one year Utah gave their whole football team trucks. Trucks. So, it is what it is. I know enough on the Texas Tech rant. Alabama. So we got Alabama and Indiana. Alabama's on a roll right now. Alabama does not have a running game. So they have to rely on their passing game and defense. If Indiana can dissect Alabama's defense, Mendoza, right? If he can understand and have enough, if he studied enough film to dissect what Alabama does, he can beat them, especially the coaches. But I think more than anything, Indiana wants to beat Alabama because they have something to prove right now. So I'm going to say that Indiana wins this game. And a lot of people want Roll Tide to win. I don't, even though I have a child, that go to school there. And she's in the marching band. But I'm going to ride with Indiana. All right. Next team. Ole Miss, Georgia. Georgia, I think, has already beat them, I believe. Right? Let's see real quick. Let me see real quick. Georgia has lost only one game. So they beat the only game they lost was to Alabama 24-21. Damn. Shoot. But they beat Ole Miss 43-35. So they beat them by 10, or almost 10 points. I'm going to give the nod to Georgia Bulldogs on this one. It is, with 2 minutes to go, San Fran is winning 42-38. The second down. All right. Oh, come on now. Sorry, I'm trying to move this screen. I gotta rotate back to the screen for a second. The screen is frozen. So what you're looking at, the screen is frozen. All right. So I think Georgia goes on up to what is that bowl? Valero Bowl? What is that bowl? Fiesta Bowl. All right. Miami, Ohio State. Dude, Ohio State gonna run through Miami. My Miami doesn't have no offense. Their offense is horrible. Um, can't run the ball. Um, they can't do anything for real. Not against the defense of Ohio State. Ohio State can move the ball, and they finna ground and pound. They're gonna make the game ugly. I'm going with Ohio State. It's gonna be Ohio State versus Georgia in the Fiesta Bowl, Indiana, and Texas Tech in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Then, so I said Georgia, Ohio State. I think Ohio State can beat Georgia. Depends if the quarterback stays healthy. His name is Sayans. And then between Texas Tech and Indiana, I think Texas Tech can beat Indiana. But I don't know, two Big Ten teams will get in. And this is the crazy part about this whole thing. It's like the SEC and the Big Ten, those two are the ones who are compiling all the teams in the playoffs, and the other teams getting scraps. This is crazy. The Big 12, as you see BYU, teams like that, they need to be in. It need to be multiple teams in, not just one Texas Tech team in, or like Arizona State. You know, and Arizona State should have beat Texas last season. All right. Anyway, that's enough about college football for right now. All right. My last little thing, and I'm about to get off here. We're gonna talk about the Colorado Buffs. All right. Um, um, that's not what I want. Give me a second here. I'm trying to pull up the transfer portal, and let me see what they got here. They don't have 2026 schedule up yet. Um, all right, here we go. They go to transfer portal. So Colorado Buffs, man, Oh my God, what in the world is this? Get rid of this. All right. So Sam Okaloa is leaving. Dallin Hayden is leaving. Sean Myers. Hey, that kid, I don't know where he came from, but he wasn't a bad linebacker. I don't see he wasn't bad at number 54. The I feel like with Colorado's defense, they rotate too many players. Um, and I'm just gonna give you my honest opinion. We didn't see Sam Okaloa all season. I guess he was hurt. Dallin Hayden, he has his moments. I think we need a little bit more faster back. Like these backs that Colorado have, they kind of slow. They not like speedsters. They don't have like juking ability and speed. I like seeing dudes that can run like track speed, but big. Have Dylan Edwards or faster speed, but can go. John Slaughter. He was pretty decent. Tavion Coleman didn't really see him. Draylon, that's going to hurt, but we wish him well. All these players. Tafiq Thomas, that's another one. You know, that's another one going to miss right there. Lightfoot, Tyler Brown. He didn't get it. Tyler Brown, I don't know, man. They didn't help him any to get on the field, man, because I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Tyler Brown, he definitely is not doing no justice by staying in Colorado. Uh, McPherson, that's going to be a sad one to leave as well. Corday Smith, don't really know who that one is. Brandon Davis Smith, Swain, he's going to be missed. Takeem Byard, missed. This one hurts. Omarion Miller. That's going to hurt. And I wish Jaheim Otis the best, man. I wish that kid would have panned out. I'm glad that these corners are leaving, though. All these corners. That especially this one, Timo Parks. I think he was number 3. That kid was getting torched every game. Every game. I mean, every game. This kid was getting torched. Him and Vickers when he got back, but I can understand Vickers. Vickers was hurt, but this Parks kid, dude, he was horrible. He was horrible in passing coverage. I mean, when he came to those streets, like or goal balls, he was horrible, horrible. Um, he was bad. The other guy, number 4. Then he changed his number to 24. The secondary, free safety or so. He was horrible. And I said that last year. I wish they never would have played him. He's horrible. Preston Hodge. He's horrible. I know he's a great young man, but his defensive play is horrible. Montrez Walker, that's gonna be a sad one to go. Terrence Love, I didn't really see that young man play. But looking at the guys that's going out, there's 21 of them, right? I'll be honest. I'm not sad that they're gone. Let's see what the team can bring in, a little bit more athletic and fast and speed. You know what I mean? The only ones that hurt, Draylon Miller, Tafiq Thomas, Marion Miller and Tafik Bayard, but he was already a rental. He came to Coach Prime as one of Coach Prime kids. So did Draylon. So those are two sad ones to go. The rest of them, I'm not really hurt by it. Dallin Hayden, um, I didn't like his style of running, but he had moments where he was pretty good. But I think he should have got the ball a lot more. But that offensive scheme was just horrible. But let me see. Let's get out of here. Colorado got some commits. They got Pecco's son, and I think he got both of his sons coming. One out of JUCO and one out of high school. So they're finna get some homos here. You know what I mean? Some big Pacific Islanders. Let's get some of them boys that Colorado. Hey, I need to be looking at that Utah roster over there. Man, what? I'll be dissecting Utah defense. They got some players over there. They need to come over to Colorado. Who else? Virginia Tech. Well, no, Virginia Tech is probably all them players are staying if they got a coach over there. I forgot. From Penn State, Franklin. But man, I can't wait to transfer portal open to see what Coach Prime gets in the portal, and who's staying, who's really gonna stay, and who ain't. But majority of you can see is probably already in. You probably got a few stragglers about to jump in the portal, but guys are already making. So these guys here are already making negotiations with Colorado, and that's why they jumped out early like this, because they can still get their services rehired to Coach Prime and them if they want to. So, but Sacramento State got some kids getting ready to come over from FCS to FBS. You got probably some Virginia Tech guys coming over to Colorado, and some kids from that area, because that coach recruit in that area in the East Coast. There's some good football players in the East Coast, man. So we'll see. But anyway, yo, I'm finna end this thing and call it a night. Everything like that. But yo, it was fun chopping it up. Yo, check me out more. I'm gonna try to jump on a little bit more, and everything like that. My studio's a little bit more clear, roomier and spacier where I can do my thing. But anyway, check me out on videos. Also, go over to DJ Killer Cali channel as well and check me out on my videos and mixtapes, mixed videos and stuff like that. All right, till the next time.